All right, we're the brothers here again at a great millstone, Atlanta. This is Gamal Yala. All right, first and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, as you see on the title, it's going to be various topics. We don't really we're just going to see where the Spirit takes us. Just cut the camera on and just go. Firstly, I want to go back to because we did the lesson yesterday, and I kind of tripped up. But I want to go back to Revelation 17, just to go through that. We'll go through that and cover that one more time. I think 10 started. Maybe you started maybe 8, verse 8, maybe.
All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, and verse 8 says, "The beast thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition."
Yeah, so like I said yesterday, that bottomless pit is Europe. But it said it shall go into perdition, and that's speaking of that 1,000-year period, okay, where Esau lost his power. All right, go ahead.
It says, "And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world."
Let's talk about the elect.
When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is.
Yeah, so the beast that was, so the basically the beast was in power, and then there was a period where they lost power, and it said and yet is, meaning they gained that power again, all right, through the modern, the new Rome, all right, which is America. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9, it says, "And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth."
Yeah, which are, like I said, there's those seven governments, those 7 heads, which just to repeat again, that's France, Greek, Spain, Germania Minor, Germania Major, Germania Minor. What did I say? France, Greek, Spain. Oh, Rome and Great Britain. All right, keep going.
It says, "And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is."
All right, and so this is the part that I wanted to address one more time, just for clarity. All right, so it's the 5 that were fallen is Spain, Greece, Germania Major, Germania Minor, and the French. All right, so those are the 5 that were fallen. All right, keep going.
"And the other is not yet come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space."
Yeah, and so that's talking about Great Britain, all right, because they ruled a short space, all right. That Great Britain ruled a very short space. Go ahead.
It says, "And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th."
And so America is that 8th. That's because it came out of Great Britain. All right, America came out of Great Britain, so it was that 8th one, the 7th being Great Britain, and the 8th being America. All right, if you follow me. So and keep going.
It says, "And is of the 7 and goeth into perdition."
Yeah, so they're connected. So that was pretty much it, and then I think we still went down yesterday, but I said I was gonna go through it again in the lesson yesterday, just to kind of tighten up on that. I just wanted to, for clarity and edification's sake, we gotta make sure we bringing out these things and edifying properly. So, I didn't want to trip up on that and give the wrong breakdown. So, we got to do those things. So let's go from there. Now we're gonna basically attacked various topics. All right. Right now, we just saw an article saying that Trump is now saying he wants to buy Greenland. All right. Before, and it's crazy because just yesterday we brought up the lesson that NATO is crumbling apart because Trump is violating Article 5 of the NATO agreement, which basically is saying that each NATO member has to protect each other, right? Now, now he's kind of backtracking a bit, and he's trying to say, oh, well, no, we just going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to work that deal, and that's this devil. The devil, that's how the devil works. First they say one thing, then they try to backtrack and say, oh, no, I ain't never said that. Oh, because he even said that with the fucking stimulus.
Right, yeah.
1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute, how much was the stimulus?
2,000.
2,000, 1 minute. Then he said, I don't remember ever saying that.
Then he changed it and said he was going to give it to the military.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Yeah. So that's the devil for you. Get second Ezra 12 and 10 or 10 and 12. I think it might be 10 and 12.
All right, second Ezra chapter 10.
12 and 10. Yeah.
This is the book of second Ezra.
No, let me see. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Sirach. I said second Ezra. Sirach 12 and 10. Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, that's why you can't trust this devil, because he says one thing and then he does another. All right. Because like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So an iron is sure to rust. So the same way this devil is sure to be a deceiver. That's the name of the word devil, which we always bring out, which means deceiver. So he's a deceiver. Trump is just a businessman. You know, he's a businessman. So basically, whatever he wants, he gets. You know, and he's gonna negotiate or make way or you know, backtrack and just to do whatever to save face. All right, to acquire what he wants to acquire.
Right.
And that's just how the so-called white man gets down, man. He's gonna get what he wants one way or another. Matter of fact, he said that in the press conference. We were just watching it in the little press conference. He said whether Greenland he said we could do it. Basically, we could do it the hard way or we could do it the easy way or the hard way, but we're gonna get Greenland. You know what I'm saying? So right now, they're in the negotiation phase. And then what? Greenland responded. They said, fuck off. It was like basically, you know, it's been thanks, I guess, what's the name of that territory? Denmark, which is, I guess that's the abbreviation for Denmark is Danks, however you say it. But they said it's been that territory for over 800 years. And they're going to keep it that way. And they said it's not for sale. And they told Trump, fuck off. Now, Trump is obviously throwing a big number at him. I think 700 billion. And then I think each citizen, because there's only 50,000 citizens in Greenland. So they want to acquire, he wants to throw money at them to try to get them on board. Like, oh, shit.
I saw Salak.
No, go ahead.
Where he said giving each citizen $100,000.
Yeah. I thought it was 50. It might have been whatever it was. You know, it was a pretty substantial amount. And so, you know, that's gonna get the people. You know, on board. You know, they're like, well, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that don't sound too bad.
Right.
You know, but in the article it said this was gonna be one of the most revolutionary transactions in modern history, because this is like a purchase of a land. You gotta think, when's the last time a country has been purchased? The only time I can think of is like fucking, you know, when when America was up for grabs and like, you know, certain territories, like you had Louisiana and different areas within America, because the French and the U.S. fought over the Louisiana. That's the Louisiana Purchase. That's where you get that. And so, you know, these different territories within the Americas were kind of up for grabs, and different territories were fighting over them. All right, but yeah, kind of, yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 13, like you're saying, like trumpets. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon."
Yeah, so yeah, it had 2 horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon, you know. And you go into that. You want to break it down?
Yeah, I mean, you know, basically, like, you know, that's what America is. You know, he's portraying himself to be one way, you know, all soft and for the people, but in reality, you know, he's got malice in his heart. You know, he's trying to you know, bribe Greenland, but really, you know, it's no good intentions, you know, behind it, basically.
Yep. And I believe that I don't want to butcher this either, but that 2 horns like a lamb is talking about the 2 political parties. You know, that's the Republicans and Democrats. All right, and yeah, so that's a good one. Let's go to where was we at? Oh, we we done on that? Second letters. I mean, okay, keep going. Yeah.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 11. It says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away."
Yeah, so you gotta take good heed of this devil, man, because that's how he moves funny, man. You know, take good heed of him. You know, and it said it's as if thou hast wiped through a looking glass. You know, read that again one more time.
It says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him."
Yeah, though he humbleth himself, because that's how he gets down too. He tries to play victim. He tries to, you know, play this. He tries to play this good guy role, you know. But there's another one I'm thinking of. It says, inwardly his heart is as a ravening. Inwardly his heart. I can't even think of it. I'm using my phone for the stream, so I can't look up. But I think it says inwardly his heart is as snares and nets, something like that. I think actually that's when you read down. I think it's when you read down, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's in that same chapter. Let me see real quick, Bible shot. One moment. No, that's not it. One more. I think it's. Get this one. Let's go.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 19, and verse 26. It says, "There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit."
Yeah. So yeah, just clear as day. We only got to break that down. He hangeth his head down. That's that. So that ties into that. It says he humbleth himself. You know. So, you know, you're trying to play this victim role, like, you know, you're trying to play this good guy, or, you know, just that role, but really you devil, man, you know? So, and that's also what Trump is doing. That kind of ties into, because now, you know, he's trying to play this good guy role, like, oh, I'm trying to buy it. No, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to put some money in y'all pocket.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to, you know, get y'all. I'm trying to stimulate y'all economy. I just want to make, you know, make Greenland better or whatever, whatever he's going to try to come with. But that's full of deceit because he really wants to acquire it. Now, this whole Greenland thing, just to touch on that, the reason why there's a land grab over Greenland right now is because that's over there by the Arctic Circle. And so there's a lot of years ago, I want to say, I can't remember the exact amount, maybe 200 years ago, it was all ice, like just glacier region. But now you have this area starting to melt because of, they say global warming. But because the earth is warmer, that ice over there is starting to melt. So there's actually an ocean that's starting to form. So that's a pivotal piece for war in that region because naval runs the Navy runs, Navy is an important piece of war and placement, your placement and your army. Now, when you control the waters, you basically kind of control the earth in a sense. So because this Arctic Circle over there by Greenland, because that's starting to melt up, these countries are seeing that and they're like, oh shit, like we need to get Greenland because that's, that's a whole ocean that's getting ready to open up where they can, it's pivotal for trade, or it could be pivotal for defense. All right, because actually, United States used that region, Greenland, for I think during World War II as well. They had bases stationed there, and they had satellites over there in case of Russian attack. They could get the signal sooner. All right. So that's just a little backstory on why they're trying to. That's one reason why they're trying to get Greenland is for placement and strategy. And also and also in fear of Russia and China getting that, because that's what Trump said. He said, I can't let Russia and China get Greenland because that's too close. I hope somebody said, I hope we can save this beautiful blue planet before it's too late. We're at a tipping point. We either stop the wars or we destroy ourselves. It's that simple. You must be new here. There's no saving this planet. All right, it's got to be destroyed. Matter of fact, get Amos 9 and 8. We're at the tipping point. We either stop the wars. Well, how do we? You're speaking we, as if you're speaking in terms of as if this is not above us. This is above us, man. These are world powers. What do we do? I mean, what as a citizen of the United States or wherever you're from, what say do you have in this whole matter anyway? Right. You don't have any say so in this. So if America wants to go to war, your ass is getting drafted.
It's all prophecy anyway. You can't stop it. It's already written.
And that's exactly. So this is what we're going into is biblical prophecy. So, that's kind of an ignorant standpoint. We either stop the wars or we destroy ourselves. It's that simple. Well, Esau is not going to stop until Esau, being the so-called white man, I can tell you're probably new. I don't know how you found this video, but Esau being the so-called white man, which is the devil, all right, he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop these wars because first of all, wars is money. So, and it's prophecy. The Lord is putting the spirit on the so-called white man to keep going. He's going to keep going until he destroys himself. Now, everybody's not going to be destroyed, and that's another point, because the elect is going to be saved out of it. All right, the Lord is going to save his elect. So there's no saving this planet in a sense that you are saying. Only way to save this this planet is to basically destroy America, destroy all wickedness. All right, and it needs a reset. You can't. It's too far gone. It's beyond the point of repair. Matter of fact, before you get that, get Jeremiah 51, because we touched that yesterday. Get Jeremiah 51 and 7, where it talks about healing.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7.
Or is it 8? Start at 8. Or 7. Which one goes in the hill?
8 goes in the hill. But,
Yeah, start at 8. Yeah, go to the point.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed.
Yeah, Babylon, which the script, so when we're dealing with the Bible, all right, it's not just going to flat out mention America. All right, America is really a newer term